Going to go through a few row variations as well as some principles that apply to most rows that we're going to go through. Going to start with a half kneeling row or a kneeling lunge row. Here you want to make sure the band is set up either in midline or off towards the arm that we're going to be rowing with. Half kneeling position, want to make sure this front hip is pressed forward a little bit, not overarching, but active, even engaging this glute, pressing this front foot into the ground a little bit so we're active. Our core is a little bit active as well naturally here. With all our rows, want to make sure we get the scapular retraction involved, this motion. If I'm recommending this to you, we've obviously worked on this in some fashion, want to integrate that now with our row exercise. At the same time with that, making sure that we don't get too much of a shrug here. So as we row now, we're going to pull, retracting the shoulder blade, pulling this whole arm back against resistance. As we come through the row, want to keep a little bit of space between our elbow and our side, and also making sure that the hand doesn't get too narrow. So as we're rowing, making sure there's a little bit of space, and there can be some variance. If we're up here, it's okay as long as we're not shrugging. It's okay, I like anywhere kind of in this spectrum, as long as we're able to control the shoulder blade and get some activity with the back. Stay nice and vertical here, keeping the lower body somewhat active here. Another variation is our standing lunge or a split stance. We can start all the way here, just staggered, or getting to a deeper or wider lunge. We can even drop into the lunge a little bit if we want to press in and challenge the lower body a little more. Either way though, similar to our half kneeling, glutes a little bit active, pressing the lower body, core is active. Same principles apply. Rowing, make sure we retract the shoulder blade without shrugging too much, staying nice and upright. Overall, I want to keep pretty steady through the torso. If we do get some rotation, that's okay. It's not a bad thing. Just want to be mindful of when we're doing that versus actually pulling the shoulder blade back. Another variation we can go through is a standing two-legged stance here. I like to start out with this one, double arm. Just grabbing that with two arms, pulling. Important now to keep your core active and obviously not shrug like we talked about. From here, we can also do a single arm. Same principles apply. Here requires a little different core stability. Same thoughts in mind, not shrugging, staying tall. As we get good with these, want to think about integrating your breath, keeping the breath flowing, just pretty fluid through our movement, keeping the core active, breath flowing, not shrugging too much.